Okay, welcome band. And a special welcome to all of our freshmen who are here. How are y'all doing? Good. Yeah, good. Welcome to LBJ, welcome to Wausau, welcome to high school. And welcome to the LBJ Jaguar band. Is this fun or what? Yeah. Like nothing you ever thought it would be, isn't it? Well, I'm really thrilled to be here with you and talking to you about what's going on. I'm here to talk to all of you, but mainly to our freshmen, about what marching band means to you, will mean to you, not just now, but in the future. Okay, but I'm glad you're here. It's going to be fun. I've seen you out there rehearsing, practicing the drills, practicing the music. It's going to be a great show. It's going to be another great season. I'm thrilled to be part of it once again. I'm speaking to you not just as a band parent, which I am, along with many of your other parents who are hanging out with me doing things, but I'm also speaking to you as a former high school band member, as well as a college band member. As I mentioned before, I played snare on the college drum line. Where are my snare drummers? These are the guys who are back there, moving their hands around, tapping on people's heads, tapping on chairs. It is an affliction, isn't it? You're never going to shake this. Yes. Warn your families. It's never going to go away. And I had great fun. It was just a cool thing for me. In high school, I went to James Monroe High School in suburban Los Angeles. We were the Vikings. We're the James Monroe High School Vikings. Now, this was so long ago that our mascot was an actual Viking. I think his name was Thor or Drodge or something like that. Or maybe it was Eddie. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But we had great fun. It was just a neat thing. Now, marching band back then, in fact, all over the country, was a lot different than it is now. We don't have all the stuff we have going on. We didn't have competitions. We didn't have parental involvement. We didn't have boosters. We didn't raise money. We didn't have equipment, trailers. We didn't have a lot of this stuff. We didn't have a pit. Pits were kind of invented much later on. So we didn't have any of that stuff. But we did have a gong. Well, not actually a gong. It was more like a wheel cover off of a 61 Chevy. But it sounded just like a gong. So, you use what you can in those things. And we played some tough schools back then. It was rough. There were a couple of really tough schools. There was one in particular that was so tough that after each game, there was a big gang war between the two schools out in the parking lot. And that was just the cheerleaders. No, wait. Forget it. Got that wrong. It was the color guards. Oh. No, I've seen our color guards in action. Y'all can take on anybody. I know. I've seen you in action. But it was all great fun. It was a cool thing to do, and it was just really, I have great memories from that. I'm in touch with a lot of my friends from those days, and we still talk about all the fun things we do. Now, being part of the band, the marching band, can be summed up in one word to me. One word starting with the letter O. And I'm not talking about OMG. That's not a word. I'm talking about opportunity. Okay? And you all realize that this is an amazing opportunity for you in a number of different ways. You have the opportunity to learn performance, play great music, work with great band directors, do shows, and this is an opportunity that not many people get, and it's very cool. You will remember the first time for your freshmen, you'll remember the very first time you walk onto that field for your very first halftime show in uniform. You will never forget that experience. You will remember it the rest of your lives, and you will cherish it, and you will talk about it. Okay? You will have the opportunity to make some amazing friends. Now, in this group, a lot of you are best friends, aren't you? A lot of you met here, and a lot of you are making good friends. So in that sense, it's kind of a really good social thing, where if you weren't in marching band, don't go holding hands now, it's okay. If you weren't in marching band, it's harder to meet friends. You have to meet kids in class and maybe over lunch. It's a little bit more difficult. Now, a lot of you bring friends in from middle school, of course, but being in band automatically is a socialization process. Band is really a big part of the educational function in school. Now, you will learn a lot more than you will learn in some of your classes, I guarantee you. But it's a very important educational function in the sense that this is a laboratory for citizenship. It's also a really good springboard for developing leadership skills. And we have all kinds of opportunities for leadership. We have section leaders, we have band officers, we have drum majors, and that's a really important thing. Those are great opportunities that not everybody really gets, and that's kind of cool. We have the opportunity to go on trips. You know, a lot of you are going to Orlando this December. Yeah, that's going to be cool. Many of us went to Italy over spring break. Is that cool or what? I mean, not only did we get to see great sights, great history, great art, great culture, and have great food, but we got to share it all together, didn't we? We shared the whole experience, and that to me was just a really another whole dimension that made it such a great trip for us. There'll be more of those. You know, we're always working on additional trips, and for you freshmen, you'll probably have a couple of really big trips that you'll be going on the next 4 years or so. So you've got great opportunities for that. Now, there's also an interesting opportunity in the sense that you have the opportunity to be part of a really interesting group process that involves yourselves, involves your band directors, and involves parents. You're going to be part of a student-staff-parent partnership, all working toward the same goal. And that goal, of course, is to have a good time, do a great show, maybe win competitions. Yes, we will win competitions. And make this a really great experience. And your band directors and your parents are all committed to this. Okay? Now, some of you, and especially the freshmen, are probably pretty concerned about the time commitment. Are y'all concerned about the time commitment? Yeah, it's pretty heavy, isn't it? I mean, here you've been in band camp for going on 3 weeks, and that's been a big time commitment. And it's not stopping. Band camp doesn't stop, does it? We're rehearsing 3 days a week after school. We're rehearsing every time we can get a rehearsal in. And we're going to be rehearsing constantly all season to perfect the show, especially when we get into competition, aren't we? So that's really an important thing. But one of the interesting opportunities here is you get to be part of a very supportive environment. And when I say supportive environment, there are a lot of people working on your behalf. I'm not talking just the directors, who are the key people here, but I'm talking, we have a lot of parents. Many of you have parents who are involved on our booster board and as boosters. And many of you have parents who are intimately involved in Capital City Marching Festival, the clothing coordinators, the tailgate people, the fundraising endeavors, the bottle sales, the coffee sales, and all that involvement of your parents is to do several things. One is raises money so that you have the best resources possible. And number two, it provides the best experience possible that you can have as a marching band member. There are not many other parts of the high school community that can actually say that. Okay, so we have a very involved parent community in our group. Now, our band directors are educators first. They're all teachers. They all work for AIS. They are educators first. And your academic excellence is their prime concern. Now, it's a proven fact that kids who are in marching band, on the average, do better academically than kids who are not in marching band on the average. And there's a couple of reasons for this. One is, and this gets back to the time commitment, because that's kind of scary. There's a natural phenomenon that goes on that's kind of interesting. And that natural phenomenon is that because we're so structured, and because class structure and band structure is pretty much by the hour, there's a situation where you internally automatically will organize yourself. And it will feel right. You will automatically structure yourself and it'll feel right. If you're worried that you won't have enough time to do your studies and band and all this other stuff that you want to do, I assure you, you will have plenty of time. Now, the other part of this phenomenon, and this is the interesting part, is not only will you have time to do all this stuff, but you'll actually be better at all these things. And that's one of the interesting phenomena about what we do. It's part of the structure, and by having all the structure going on and you being on kind of on a timeline, you'll become masters of time and space. You'll become time management masters. And this is a skill that you can take for the rest of your life and use in your professions, college and profession. This is a really good skill to have. And that's really pretty important. And this gets back to the philosophy that our band directors have as educators. You know, they want to make sure that you excel academically. They want to make sure that you don't fall victim to no pass, no play. Because that hurts you and it hurts the band family. And I would guess that of all the big student organizations on campus, the band has the least amount of that. Okay? Because people are committed, people understand attitude, people are organized and can get their homework done. Now, the other thing that is an opportunity for you that our band directors provide is they want to make sure that you excel academically. And to do this, if you are having a test tomorrow and you're nervous and you're at practice and you're not sure you're prepared, talk to Mr. Haynes. He's not going to say, too bad, get back in line. He's going to say, go study, go ace that test. That's what's most important around here. And if you ask Mr. Haynes in his almost 40 years of teaching here, what is the most important thing to him, what he's most proud of, he's not going to point to all the trophies on the walls. He's not going to point to the miles of plaques lined up on all the shelves. He's going to talk about the great kids that came through here. He's going to talk about the kids who excelled academically. He's going to talk about the kids who graduated with honors, went on to great colleges and universities, went on to do great things in society and their professions. Those are the kinds of things he will boast about. The music is just a springboard for all that. Now, we have, fortunately, great resources. We have great band directors. Our band directors are rock stars. I think some of you know that Mr. Dempsey is a national champion percussionist. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Pretty amazing. So for our percussion and pit people, just being here, you've hit a home run. That's incredible. Just being here, you actually hit a home run. That's really cool. So we have great band directors. We have really good drum majors this year, don't we? Yeah. You guys are really good drum majors. You guys have great talent. And you guys have great skills that you have now and that you're developing more of, aren't you? We're always developing more skills. We have a great new trailer. Okay? We have lots of parents involved. We have lots of good resources. We have all kinds of things going for us. We have a great new show. Really cool show. We have great music we're doing. Great stuff. So, will all that allow us to compete at the highest levels? Uh-huh. Yeah, we could. Is there anything we need more of, though? What else is there besides that? That could be all it is, isn't it? What else is there that will really make it happen? I'll tell you. Commitment. When I say commitment, I mean energy, time, heart, and soul. If you put those four things into the marching band, into the show, into your playing, into everything you do, we will compete. And we will compete at a very high level. Okay? Remember that. Commitment. Do we have commitment? Yeah. Do we have commitment? Yeah. Do we have commitment? Yeah. I knew the answer. I just want to hear it from you guys. So we have commitment. We have great drum majors. We have great band directors. We have great kids. Y'all are smart. We know y'all are smart. You're here, right? We have great music. We have a great show. We have a great trailer. We have all kinds of great things. Is that enough? No. Is that enough? No. No. Not enough. We're close, but it's not enough. We need one more thing. Attitude. And that's not like she has an attitude. No, I don't want to be. Attitude is a lot of things. It's a big word. Attitude means the commitment, but it also means determination. It means desire. It means responsibility. It means doing all the work, doing all the heavy lifting, being on time. That attitude includes all that stuff. It includes one more thing. It includes ownership. And when I say ownership, I'm talking own the show, own the music, own the band, own the field. Ownership. And until you can take ownership of all that stuff, we don't have the right attitude. That's really important. We've got to have all that stuff. Now, competition, we've talked about competition a little bit. Competition is something that is probably the most fun part of this, isn't it? In marching band, you get to experience the proverbial thrill of victory in the agony of defeat. However, around here, we don't have defeat, do we? No. We win a lot, we don't win everything, but we never lose, do we? No. We never lose. That's our attitude. We never lose. And that's important to us. Okay? Keep that in mind. It's going to carry us for a long time to come. Okay? Now, I know you're dying to get back out there into the heat and do some more practice, and it's going to be, great fun. We're almost done. School starts Monday. Yikes. Yikes. Our first show is a week away, isn't it? Yeah. Are we excited for the first show? Yeah, it's going to be cool. I will leave you with the very best opportunity that's happening right now, that you're all involved in. And that is, you all have the opportunity to right now be in and participate in the greatest opportunity of your lives. And that is, you get to be a part of that long-living legacy that is the LBJ Jaguar band. One last question. I got one last question. Are we going to state? Yeah! Are we going to state? Yeah! Are we going to state? Yeah! I knew the answer, I just want to hear from you. Thanks for listening. Have fun out there. Be careful. Have a great show. Have a great year. Congratulations. See you later.